episode 13 of the I'm Playing podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Alex Nichol, aka Think Bad Monkey. I'm joined this week by Alec Ward, aka Alex Pillock. How you doing?
Hi.
Good. How's this week been?
Yeah, not too bad.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And we have a special treat for everyone out there, the glorious return from America of Conrad Window, aka Rom Nom Nom.
America! Hello guys, I'm back. Thank you very much for having me.
So Con, you've been over stateside.
Yes.
People are weird over there, they're different.
Yep.
They're chunkier, more American.
Definitely more American. There's more Americans in America than there ever was.
Is that a fact?
Definitely.
I'd like to get that verified.
There's also more of American people. Like there's more American to every American.
Huh.
Yeah.
Almost a 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Interesting. How was it? Was it a good time? Did you have a fun time?
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, no. The only thing they've got going for them is the weather, and that showed up.
Did you go to a GameStop?
I did actually. I did.
Yeah, GameStop. Your stop for games.
Most of them, all of them seem to do it actually. Like they'll have a club price
Okay.
and like the price if you're not a club member.
Like Special Reserve. Remember anyone Special Reserve?
No.
What's wrong with you two? Special Reserve. It was like an electronics shop. It was like heavily gaming focused. You could sign up. You could be a member of Special Reserve, and you got a Special Reserve. You can get a Special Reserve price or a normal price.
It's like.
I used to go to electronics something or other before it was game, whatever it was called. It was called electronics something. I remember that.
What was it? Game though, and then it rebranded.
I think it rebranded, or Game bought them out, or Game just bought the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like $5 difference.
How
which-
£5?
Yeah, it's not too.
Did you ask how much it was to be a member?
No, I didn't actually. I probably should have done, but
And whether you can be a transatlantic member.
A trans.
When
Whether you can be
I was like,
whether you
yeah.
can be a
Trans member. Whether they let transgender members.
I was waiting for that.
Transgender members. Transnation transgender members. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's much cheaper. So if you're ever over there, it does work out a bit cheaper for your games.
Good.
Obviously, that's if you're in the UK. Conrad
Yes,
can't
of
say
course.
for other currencies.
We
Please.
got GameStop over here.
No, I don't think
No,
so.
I don't think so.
We have
no.
Game and we have
Game Station.
Game
We've
Station.
got something else as well. Maybe not in the UK. I think in
HMV,
Ireland
they sell games.
I think in Ireland there's GameStop.
Oh right, I don't know.
I saw something like
Woolworths.
that. Woolworths.
No, Woolworths isn't
Woolworths
together.
is way
Yeah,
gone.
that's gone. Argos.
That's where I
that
used to
sells
get games from.
Woolworths.
Yeah.
Really? I've always gone Game. I remember when the Game stuff used to be really nice and like proper friendly, and now they're all just pricks.
The Goblin.
not true.
There's a guy.
The Goblin, yeah.
Yeah, the Goblin. He's badass.
Yeah, he was sick. I remember they were selling Fight Night Round 3 Fight Night Round 2. They were selling it for £10, but he let me have it for £2.50 because that's all I had on me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I love the Goblin, man.
This is a few years ago, but
The
like, what a hero.
Goblin is a hero.
Now, if I said that, they'd be like, fuck off.
Fuck off, yeah. And charge you more for it.
Yeah.
Did you get any games over there when you were in the States?
Just one Lego Hobbit.
Lego Hobbit.
Yeah, but last time I went, I got
I hear it's the worst game ever made.
fuck you.
Only the American version.
No,
The British version's
I'll tell you what.
fantastic.
Last time I got Battlefield and COD for like 30 quid instead of 50 quid, but Lego Hobbit I got 3 lots of DLC for the same price as it was in another place.
I
So,
like it. How much?
£33.
Nice.
Not bad.
Yeah.
For a brand new game?
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
it.
with
We
3
should-
bits of DLC.
It'd actually be
content.
cheaper for everyone to fly over to America to get
Buy every
and
single
to buy all the
game.
games.
Well, yeah, probably would be if you bought all your games in like mass bulk.
Yeah,
Yeah. We should
And
consider that.
consoles
should,
are cheaper as well, actually.
Oh, you know what? We could add it on the website. It could be like we could take people's orders, fly to America, and then we'll just take a cut of the profits.
Yeah, like £5. If enough people order, we'd make our money back.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
Although I don't really know how we get that.
I'm
past
flying.
customs.
I'm flying.
Or I'm smuggling.
I'm smuggling. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they'll be a bit suspicious when we have like 15 carry-ons full of games.
Anything to declare? No.
Well, it's fantastic to have you back, Conrad.
Thank you very
I,
much,
for one, are delighted.
I've caught up on the podcasts and.
He's lying.
What do you think?
No.
I think they went really well. I'm
Yeah.
actually going to say, without Conrad, they were
They were probably the best they've ever been.
I wouldn't
a bit
say
more
that.
seasoned. Bit more seasoned.
Yeah.
The first 5 minutes of the first one was just absolutely in shatters. You could tell you needed me.
Okay.
But then Rob stepped up. And,
Rob stepped up.
You know, you two were same as usual.
I don't really think we talked that much about video games in the first.
We haven't talked much about video games in this in this bit here. So
and then Kippers. I just wanted to add that. I don't know what the.
No one messaged in saying Kippers. I'm very disappointed in our public.
You could have won a
poster.
Yeah,
really, it's really legit as well. I have the posters in my house,
ready
to be dished out.
Posters in the house.
It's love for it. If you could tell us
what even was the
if
question?
you tell us the benefits why Steve.
There's something about kippers.
No, it was just a kipper thing, and we just asked people if they could relate what kippers had to do with anything to the game in all the podcasts.
It's not a Jersey thing.
Still open if you want to do that. Then,
maybe it's just that the question was too.
Put it on our social media. Still in the poster up for grabs. But we digress. We always start this podcast with a little segment talking about the games we've been playing.
Yep.
Now.
Always.
Steve hadn't been on a podcast for a couple of weeks when he joined last week, and his lack of games he'd been playing, new games I should say, have been a little bit disappointing, considering we do this for the website.
But I mean, don't you think that Steve's a little bit disappointing anyway?
I think he's had some good stuff to say, but I think his game choice is disappointing, that's what I'm going to say.
Very political.
Yeah, it was good, it was fun. But he had been playing a few mobile games, which was interesting, Con. So you being away, you're travelling a lot. I'm interested to be hearing, firstly, what games you're playing in general, and if you have taken, I need a dictionary, I'm going to come back in a thesaurus even. But interested to know whether mobile games inspired you to play games on the go, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, when you have an 11-hour flight, you know, it's if you've watched the films, I mean, coming back, they had a fucking terrible entertainment system. It was like it was the first time I've ever had an outdated one, and I watched American Hustle, Lone Survivor, and that's 4.5 hours taken up. So I had 6
outdated
hours.
System, new films.
Yeah.
It's called a palindrome.
Very nice.
I don't think it is.
No, it is palindrome.
Anyway, so I had 6 hours of gaming, and luckily I downloaded some apps to play.
Are you allowed to play on your phones now on aeroplanes?
Yep.
That's why they invented aeroplane mode.
Oh yeah.
Jesus, true. Alec, keep up with the program.
Could it? I guess if they don't need to use data.
Yeah, no.
Not in aeroplane mode. That's the point of aeroplane mode.
I
so
couldn't
you
play
can
Family
play
Guy.
the game. You could. You couldn't.
No, I couldn't play Family Guy. Family
say.
Guy requires the internet.
That's what I was trying to say. I was trying to.
Of course you can't do that. That's the whole point of aeroplane mode. You can't play that. So of course you can play data games.
But so you couldn't play Family Guy, Conrad.
No.
But you have been playing Family Guy.
I have been playing the Family Guy game. Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
Steve mentioned a bit last week on that, which we did actually call the Simpsons game.
Well, he called the Simpsons game,
but we
and
meant
were
to say
confused.
Family Guy game.
Yeah,
It's basically they're the same thing, right?
Well, it is pretty much the same thing, and
Family Guy's probably a bit ruder.
Simpsons, the Family Guy, the Simpsons one, go, that's doing all right. We should get a little bit of that action going on. Let's just do the same thing.
They did an online game. Family Guy did an online game. I think it plummeted a bit. It wasn't very good.
They seem to just rush it out for the franchise. But I mean, there's one piece on here, and it really sums up microtransactions for me. It is a Stewie Griffin statue. Nothing special. It's not even an animated one. They have some animated statues. This is not one of them.
That's different. Animated statues.
It costs 150,000 coins, right?
How long would that take you to get?
Quite a long time. I'm just going to put it into perspective. You can buy the coins, obviously. 51,000 coins cost £70.
Ooh.
So you would require £210 to buy the required coin.
So what's the statue?
It's literally just a...
Can we see?
Yep, of course. So here it is. It's this right here.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that his little sailor
Stewie's
outfit?
dictator statue.
Yeah, it's from the episode where he's in Iraq and he's pretty much Saddam Hussein and they
find him in the hole.
Yeah, but I mean, look, I've 9,000 coins. That's the highest I've ever had.
Wow.
What does the statue do?
Nothing.
Oh.
You should spend the money.
£210.
I think it sounds like a legit purchase.
Just amazing. But no, I really like the outfits. I don't know whether Steve mentioned them at all.
Steve,
no, he didn't actually. No, I don't.
He just pretty much said
he gave us an overview of it. Yeah, gave us an overview.
Yeah,
what about all of the outfits do then?
Yeah,
Conrad?
no,
Please tell me.
they just different tasks, but I mean, there's like
Similar to Simpsons then.
yeah. Well, they don't have. I mean, there's obviously the tasks which are similar to Simpsons, but then you get more from the different.
So in
outfits.
Simpsons you get different from different outfits.
You don't have that different outfits.
Yeah,
oh, you can.
You can
have
like
the
change
Christmas
Homer to
can't
like.
you?
No, you can have other Homers. You can have other outfits.
Do you know what? I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah.
I never played either.
Anyway, what else have you been playing? We talked about Family Guy before. What else is going on?
Yeah, no. So I played. I've been playing some stick cricket, but I've also been playing this game called Hill Climb, which is so fun. It's pretty much you get the fuel. You know, it's just very simple, brake and gas. But you go over, and obviously he does all these big jumps, and you've pretty much got to stop him snapping his neck. But it sounds pretty crap, but it does take up a lot of time when you're trying to waste time. So that was pretty cool. But apart from that, all I was playing was stick cricket, as I just mentioned, because it's time for the IPL 2020 League.
Yeah.
Yep. And I haven't got round to playing Lego Hobbit yet, but that's for next week.
I tried stick cricket actually. What's wrong with?
No idea.
You're yet to. When you start speaking, we'll see. We're having a nightmare. I've played stick cricket before. I wasn't a fan. I thought it was a little bit too shit.
It's very
eloquently put.
Yeah.
It's just that sort of. It's the same as everything, isn't it? It's just it takes up a bit of time.
That's really depressing.
Yeah.
You know,
all the great games you could be playing on the mobile, and you choose stick cricket to take up the time.
Well,
I mean, cricket.
I do the Family Guy.
Yeah, no, stick cricket is. What is quite fun when you sort of get the hang of it, but I didn't see much substance to it. But they might have patched it since I played it. I played it a while ago. They may have added new features. So
no.
Is that same game?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Alec, what have you been playing with?
I've been playing Deadlight. I always want to call it Dying
You sure
Light.
it's Deadlight? Because
I'm
earlier
pretty
I
sure
asked
it's
you what it
Deadlight.
was, and you said about 20 different titles.
I'm pretty sure it's Deadlight. Google it quickly.
It
please.
is Deadlight.
It is Deadlight. Yeah, it's the.
I read
game's-
your review.
Oh, thank you. It was good, wasn't it?
No, I did enjoy it. Yes, yeah.
It's it was the Games with Gold, the second Games with Gold game
From
on the
Tequila
Xbox
Works.
360 from Tequila Works on the Xbox 360 in April, and it was very good. It was different, which is what I liked. It's an indie game. I'm pretty sure it's an indie game. It's indie-ish, and
It's published by Microsoft Studios.
Yeah.
I mean,
what
looking
they're
at,
like.
I saw the pictures in your review, obviously, and it looked pretty cool. Like all the like the cartoon sort of
Yeah.
style. It's
The art style's
Comic.
really different, and the cutscenes are kind of like this really shady, edgily drawn comic book, and they're like sort of stills. But then sometimes the stills move a little. But yeah, it's a pretty good game. It's really frustrating at times, and the mechanics haven't been made as well as they could have been. And I think just one or two changes would have changed it from a good game to a really good game.
Okay.
But considering it's free, I enjoy playing it for a few hours.
So a 2D side scroller, which it is.
It's a 2.5D
right?
side
2.5D.
scroller.
What does that mean, first of all?
That means that your character is fixed to a 2D plane, so you
Yeah.
can only move backwards or forwards,
Okay.
or up or down. But the actual setting and the game itself is kind of 3D, so things will be happening in the background and you can see them happening. And sometimes things that are happening in the background will come to the foreground. So a zombie might be eating a corpse in the background, and then if you run past it, it will then stand up, start walking to the front of the game, and then become interactable. So you can then either be killed by it or attack it.
I see. Very interesting. So I guess you haven't played a lot of zombie games recently, but
Yeah.
not too many those 2D 2.5 side scrollers. Going back to it from playing these 3D like
State of Decay and that.
yeah, like State of Decay and various different things. Like, can they still have the same sort of zombie impact and the 2D 5D? Because whenever I go back to sort of 2D side scrollers now, having that I'm a three-dimensional guy,
Yeah.
so I find it tricky to really get into and enjoy 2D side scrollers nowadays.
I think
Beyond something like so you mentioned that the other I had a really good time with Awesome Noughts, for example, because it adds that multiplayer, everything's different edge. That's okay when it's this competitive. But going back to almost like and Rayman, but then again, I haven't really been I haven't played much Rayman in fairness to it. But I think when I think of the more, I mean, a platformer again is something that's different. More the combat-y sort of games. You walk forward, hit a few times.
Yeah.
It's just something I'd like to dip in, but not have a long experience with it.
Yeah, I think if I bought the game, I would have been a little disappointed if I paid over a tenner for it. I think if you picked it up for under £10, then it wouldn't be the end of the world. But as a free game, you can't fault it.
Fair
What
play.
have you been playing?
I've been playing a couple of things. Didn't have time to talk about it last week, but I've been playing...
Dynasty Warriors.
No, I'm going to come to that in a minute.
Next
gen Dynasty Warriors.
Okay, fuck it. Yeah, I've been playing Dynasty Warriors.
There we go.
So, if people are familiar with playing with the podcast, they'll know I'm a massive Dynasty Warriors fan. And like any Dynasty Warriors, and any real Dynasty Warriors fan, it's based on some blind love for the franchise because the games aren't good. They're not, they're not in depth. It's just if you're a Dynasty Warriors fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're not a fan, then these games it's just like crack to the Dynasty Warriors fan. It's just something that they know it's not good for them, but it's just addictive. So as soon as Dynasty Warriors, as soon as the PS4 launched in Japan, it was a launch title with a Japanese launch out there. Dynasty Warriors, it was Extreme Edition, Dynasty Warriors 8 Complete Edition or something like that. No, Extreme Legends, Dynasty Warriors 8 Complete Edition.
Wow.
Because Dynasty Warriors 8 has already been out on like the Vita and...
Didn't want to just say Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
Because they've forgotten how far into the franchise they got. So
Basically,
they thought, have we already done Dynasty Warriors 8? We'll just add something at the beginning.
let's just throw it all in. And I wanted to get it as soon as it came out, but the big thing that put me off is I couldn't find it in stores. And I could only really find it on the PSN store, which it was at a price of £55, which I quite frankly think is ridiculous. Like, that's just fucking insane.
Yeah, just while you've said that, I just want to share something with the listeners. I mean, I told you to earlier, but checking out on Xbox, Fighter Within, I mean, I've heard terrible things, but £50. In HMV, it was a tenner. I mean, I don't know how you justify...
The £55, yeah. So in the end of it, I bought it yesterday. It cost me off Amazon. It cost me £30 plus £7 for next. I thought, fuck it, I'm just gonna get next day delivery. So overall, £37 to get it next day, and I played it today this morning. Or you know what I mean? So or £55. Like, I'm never gonna buy games off the PlayStation Store, which they want me to buy them, if they're gonna cost that much more money. I could have got freaking a gnome to deliver it to my house in 2 hours, and it probably would have cost less from Amazon than it did from the PlayStation Store. And the Xbox Store is equally as expensive, like you just said there. And I think, when are the guys going to realise? I don't understand why it's so expensive. And it's not really about convenience. I got it the next day. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm normally the most impatient person in the world when it comes to buying games. If it's like a £10 more in the shops, I'll buy it. But when it's like £25 more, and I can pay, and it's still that much money when I'm paying for next day delivery, then... You know what I mean? It's just silly.
Yeah.
But it is a game that I'm thoroughly enjoying because I'm a fan, and it has got the one thing I really wanted from a Dynasty Warriors game is just the amount of enemies on screen you can get now with this current gen. It's just incredible. I was earlier on, I was playing it, and I was like, got to a point, and I was like, Rob was upstairs, and I was just like, Rob, come and look how many enemies are on this screen. It was just insane. But saying that, it does feel like a game that has been ported onto the next gen, and it feels almost incomplete in a sense, because the first time it had a lot of enemies, it seemed to slow the whole thing down, like it was struggling to do so.
Oh, really?
And also the character models and some of the 3D models, it's been glitching, and like I was saying to Alec earlier on, like in the cutscenes, the people that are talking to you have got this weird like triangle in their forehead, where it's like something at the back is coming through their forehead, so it's like it just feels like it feels like a flimsy. All the models, it feels like a bad export. Whereas I'm enjoying it, but I can tell if I pay £55 for this game, I'd be really pissed off, because a £35 I'm paying for a Dynasty Warriors game I know I'm going to get a lot of hours out of because I love it, and also I'm paying for the large amount of enemies. But no way can they expect you to think this is a great game for £55. The models are broken. It's got the thing which I still don't get why it happens. I know it must be hard to develop for, but you know when like cloaks and stuff, just like swords like go through cloaks, like fix that. Like character models like that, like where their foreheads don't work properly, and that's just that's their foreheads. And the thing is, you know, people talk about bloom in games. They make it better by putting bloom to it. You can barely see in this game. There's got so much bloom to distract you from quite the plain graphics, like behind the scenes, that the maps you can barely see. So it's a game where if you weren't a fan of the series, you'd just think it would. You'd think it was poor. You'd look at it especially from a game review perspective, considering how many games we played, and think like, what's this trying to pull?
Yeah.
So if you're a Dynasty Warriors fan, I recommend it because you're just going to love the amount of enemies. I mean, I've played a few missions in. I'm loving it. The new character models, there's new maps, new characters. It's fantastic. From a gaming developer standard, it's just totally subpar.
Shoddy.
But I never judged Dynasty Warriors on the graphics or anything like that. So fuck it. Like, it's not what I buy it for. But that's been interesting.
When can we expect your review out on it?
Well, I only got it today. So
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. No, give me a little bit of time to play it. They've added a lot of new features. There's a lot to go through. When I did the Vita one, I felt like I could talk for another 1,000 words or more, and this has got considerably more than that. So maybe have a chance to play it through. Maybe expect a few live streams of it.
You have done a live stream
as well. No, and in fact, I can live stream tomorrow. Live stream this evening as well.
Live stream right now.
Actually, that's a lie because you'll be listening to this later on. So I would have live streamed
this evening.
I would have live streamed when we recorded this.
If only you could time travel.
But just look out for when you hear this. Look out, and we'll be doing some live streaming. Expect that. But you know, another game I have been playing as well, and I've had a lot more time to do it. So expect the review out a lot sooner. Is Hearthstone. And I know you've played this, Conrad, as well, and that's from Blizzard. Hearthstone: Heroes of Warcraft. You guys familiar with this at all?
I watched you play it last week, I believe. Is that the card game?
The card game, yeah.
Kind of like Might of Magic or Might and Magic. Or...
Yeah, and you had a little chance to play it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Magic. It's not Might and Magic, it's just Magic.
The Gathering.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's so like Alex said, basically a card game using the world of Warcraft and the lore of Warcraft for the characters and the people who play as. And it's just so much fun. It's on iPad now for free. The game's free to download.
Is it free?
It's free, completely free to download. So give it a go, man. You might like it.
I don't have an iPad.
Yeah, but it might be free. It's free on everything.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
It's free for Mac, Windows, and so even your tablet might be able to should be able to run it. It's free. It's just free across the board.
Everything's free.
Every game.
But yeah, you've got your main characters, different cards. It's almost like I love this sort of game. It's like chess. I love chess. It's almost like where you play your cards, how you play your cards. It's just pretty bloody fantastic. And in fact, it's free. You can pay for additional cards, or you can just get money naturally to get additional decks, so you don't have to pay for anything. But I've sunk probably about $7.99 into it already, and I just think that with any free game, you should be willing to put money into it. How much you think that game's worth? Now, I don't think people that put £70 into these sort of games are just weird. But up to maybe $15.99 or something like that, I'd be willing to. If I'm still playing it, still enjoying it, I'd continue to do it up to maybe about $15.99, just because I'm getting that much value out of the game.
Yeah.
Part of me wonders if they're testing this out and then thinking about switching Warcraft to a free-to-play model to see how they do it out.
I don't think they would ever put Warcraft as a free-to-play.
I'm going to put it out there.
Okay.
This time next year.
Prediction.
This time next year, Warcraft will be free-to-play.
If it is, Alec, then wow.
If it is, we'll... Whoa! Just come over a little subtext joke there.
I get it. Wow, yeah. Jesus
If
Christ.
it is, we'll buy you a pizza. If it's not, you buy us a pizza.
All right. Well, we'll need to remember this. We should
Shake
probably
hands.
make it pizza day.
Pizza
Am I shaking hands with Conrad, or is it just me and you?
No.
So I now have to buy. I'm gonna have to buy an extra large.
You have to buy like a large pizza, and we'll buy you a small.
Look, we'll go Domino's on a Tuesday. Buy one, get one.
Oh yeah. So everyone wins.
Everyone wins.
Even Domino's.
The reason I just don't think it'd be free to play is that Warcraft own that category. Everyone going against Warcraft has to consider whether they want to go free to play.
Just to clarify, by free to play, I don't mean they'll let you download the game for free. I mean that you won't have to pay for a subscription.
Yeah,
we get
that. Yeah.
Okay.
We get that.
But I still don't.
And for the listeners, just in
You
case.
can download Warcraft for free, can't you?
No, you have to buy the game, don't you?
You have to buy it. Okay.
But I think they've made them like ridiculous cheap. Obviously, you have to. I mean,
They are really, really cheap.
You need like 5 expansions now. Or well, this one coming out is the 5th.
But you don't need those expansions to play it, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? So if I just bought the first game and I didn't buy any of the expansions, I wouldn't be able to play?
Oh, no, you'd be able to play up to level 60.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I mean, you can't buy, the second expansion. You need all of them.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure
You'd
how
have to do it in line.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. But I think it's something like 40 quid for the 4 games now. But
that's not bad.
it's not too bad.
Pretty intense.
And then it'll be like 30 quid for the next one.
Anyway,
fantastic. So moving on, let's talk about some news. There's been some recent developments. We had a lot to talk about last week, and there's still some exciting stuff. So we're obviously a little bit dry for games and that at the moment, but there's still some interesting stuff going on in the industry. And I've compiled some stuff for you too that we can talk about. First up, in Xbox is sort of, I think it's launching or it's. Oh god, I need to find out the date. But it's coming to Japan, or it's already come to Japan recently.
Depending when you're listening.
Interesting because 360 didn't sell very well in Japan. Well, I guess they're trying to make that up. PS4 isn't selling particularly well in Japan, so maybe the Xbox can make up those numbers. And to wet people's whistle, so to speak, on the Japanese front, spokesman from Xbox boasting about the cloud. So this idea that Xbox want to try and boost performance based on a cloud basis. And they've said that the power of the cloud could provide the computing power per Xbox for basically to provide 3 Xbox One, so that linking your Xbox to the cloud can actually provide enough computing power to power 3 Xbox One. So it's not graphical power, it's just computing power. So the ability to do so much more than it says. Which is bloody fantastic. All the power, it was like 36, 360 or something like that. So they're basically trying to show how powerful this thing can be.
Yeah.
Knowing they've had the issues, and what Japanese, I'd imagine, are interested in is this whole power and technology anyway. They're trying to prove.
What have they said about it? Have they said anything else about it except the power, or?
I think that's the article I read. I think they are just trying to prove that how powerful the Xbox can be compared to its PS4 rival, which is known. It's getting known right now to be the more powerful console. So I think Xbox is really trying to push that aspect of it over in Japan. And this is probably why that they were so keen originally before it launched to be online only, because they know they can get this power out of if it's connected. Because obviously you won't be able to achieve this offline because it's a cloud-based system. Which also wants me to have a discussion with you guys about how you feel about to achieve this power you need to be connected. So essentially Xbox have told you that you don't need to be connected, but to have the power you need to be connected.
Well, I mean,
almost it limits what you can do. I know you guys are always connected anyway.
Yeah.
So is this? It sounds incredible. Cool. The stuff you could do is going to triple.
Yeah, that's good. I don't think it'd bother me if, for some reason, I was offline. Say I took my console somewhere and didn't have that cloud-based system for an hour or whatever. I wouldn't be that fussed.
Yep.
If I was that fussed, I'd put in a Wi-Fi code. I mean, obviously, if I'm somewhere without it, I don't think I'd be that fussed because I know that.
And when are you ever really going to be somewhere with
internet?
Why would you take your Xbox somewhere? If
exactly.
Yeah, that's true. True. I mean, you guys have had no issues with it. Power.
So are you basically saying that the cloud hasn't been launched with the power yet, but eventually they're going to launch it with this new power? So Xboxes that aren't connected are going to stay the same, and Xboxes that are connected are going to be more powerful. Is that what you're saying?
I believe so. They're still working on this, and I can bring people more information. We can talk about it more when they release some interesting stuff. Basically, I'm reading it's an article from DualShockers. Microsoft reintroduced Xbox One to a Japanese audience today during a series of live stream events. Here we go. So during a stage event, representatives claim that the Xbox One has roughly 8 times the computing power of the 360, but as combining the local machine with the cloud, the computational juice of roughly 3 Xbox One units could be used. So it basically just expands everything the Xbox can do memory-wise. Explaining how this can be beneficial in games. For instance, the handling of the AI could be improved. So while it couldn't up graphics or frames per second, for example, that's up to developers. But what it could do is make AI 10 times smarter or something like that. So Titanfall online matches could be that if you went against AI, they just could be so intelligent, much more than they currently could be just on disk space, offline.
Do you mean online?
Offline. No, I mean they could be more powerful than they are offline.
Oh right. Okay.
So they could just be incredible. So all that sort of thing, that AI, that processing, that running could be that's what it's going to affect. yeah, so I mean, I'm interested to see how it's going to turn out,
Yeah,
and especially for something like AI. And as AI is kind of coming back in with like Titanfall and stuff like that, it's interesting to see how they're going to develop that sort of thing.
Yeah.
One of my favourite game modes was the Splinter Cell virus mode and the Halo virus mode. And you always played that 3 split screen, and then the rest were bots. And I miss bots.
I miss bots, man.
Same.
Just
Horde mode
on bots.
Horde mode on Gears of War was sick.
Yeah,
and that was bots.
So imagine with 10 times more AI.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I always kind of like shit out because it's easy.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
They do need to bring something like Time Splitters back.
They always used to just poke their heads out for an easy sniper shot.
Yeah, I would love for them not to do that. But I also really fucking miss them poking their heads out for an easy sniper shot. To be honest, if they were really smart, I'd probably die in 5 minutes. Like, everyone would realise how shit they are.
It'd just be like playing online.
Yeah, especially Gears of War. I'd get bumfucked every single time. So moving on from that, we talked about it last week. The PS4 is getting an update. Those who remember, it introduces a video editor. Twitch streams can be saved, but there's been some new announcements that it's going to include as well. It's going to include the ability to stream in HD on Twitch. It's going to do it on Ustream, but it's now going to bring that to Twitch. And also, if you're familiar with the PS4 like Twitch and comments, it does it below at the moment, where they're going to do it at the side.
Okay,
so it's just an aesthetic thing. And then I've just read now it's just been announced unofficially, but from a source that's normally pretty reliable. It's also going to include the ability to dim the light on the controller as well. Something that people have been saying a lot since the launch is they want the feature to shut that light off, save battery on the controller. And also
does it really eat it up?
I don't know the battery.
I mean, obviously you don't know how much. But...
So the battery on the PS4 controller isn't fantastic. I find myself charging it fairly often. So if that is due to the light, then we'll see. If you can dim
what's
it.
the point in the light?
Actually, so interestingly, I was listening. So this was a topic of conversation in another podcast I was listening to, and basically the point in the light is it basically is a move. It links up with the camera, so that you can use stuff like the the play box and various different things like that. But essentially, it's just a relic of the past where they wanted to have it with the camera at all times, but you can just take the camera out of the box. Whereas you can't take the light out of the controller. So if they can dim it or if they can turn it off, it'd be fantastic. I'd much rather have that longer battery life in the controller than have a light. It works really well in some things. The health indicator in Dead Nation, for example, if you've got low on health, it will turn from green to red.
Right.
Spray can on.
Yeah, I remember seeing it on. Oh, cool! Blimey, what's it called?
Infamous.
Yeah, spray can Infamous. But I would much rather just have more battery life than that. It's not so important.
It does look cool though.
It does look very cool. Yeah,
I can't like a lightsaber.
I can't fault that in the slightest. It does look pretty cool. But on a sadder news, OXM magazine, at least the print edition, is ending its run over in America. OXM, of course, is official Xbox magazine. They're doing their last issue. I believe they're still going to continue on digital, at least I hope so. And the reason I think that is because they're owned by a company called Future Publishing, and they are doing an extremely big push into digital. Their copy of Edge magazine, for example, online is phenomenal. I'd suggest you just check out an issue. You can get one for free or something like that. The first one, it's freaking unbelievable. Like, a lot of digital editions is just you swipe through pages. This one is fully interactive.
Yeah,
oh really?
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Sad news for. Apparently, Future have also laid off a third of their staff over in America while they're focusing on digital. Sad news for those guys, and we hope everyone is quick at finding new jobs. It's a shame as well because Future are missing out on the print, and they're missing out on doing partnerships with some really great people, including Blipper for one thing.
Yeah, Blipper.
Augmented reality. They should do that. They use the print editions to link to digital with the Blipper app. They could do some really great stuff.
So Future Publishing, that's Blipper.
Yeah.
It's Blipper, Blippar. You can contact them at info@ if you want to figure out Let's do some cool stuff.
Augmented reality stuff.
Yeah, or if you want just people to write for you as well, get in touch. We don't mind in a few articles for OXM. We'd help them out.
Yeah, we'd do it for.
Obviously, I'm playing comes first, as our fans want to hear that more than you, but we'll help you out.
Yeah.
We'll help you out.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't set a trend that comes over here. It'd be sad to see those sorts of things go. OXM has always been a fantastic magazine. I've bought a fair few OXMs in my time, and it's always
same. I bought Dragon Age their latest edition's got Dragon Age Inquisition on the front.
It looks incredible.
Yeah, I literally bought it in Chicago.
Fantastic.
Last week, so it's.
See, I think you probably bought one of their final
issues.
So sad news for that. But onto some good news if you're a fan, and that's the latest Call of Duty has been teased with one image and a website. Have you seen the image?
No.
Yes.
I should get a picture.
I'm
of the
not
image.
being funny.
Is it good, or does anyone really give a shit?
It's the same as every other image.
Is it? I haven't seen it, but I'm gonna guess it is the profile of a man's face, probably with a slightly gruff beard.
Yep.
Really? Does he wear a hat like Captain Price?
I'll get the image up.
Or have I gone too far there?
I think it's just a helmet, but I must say I can't quite remember. I don't actually know if I can't remember if you see the top of his head.
Wait, keep talking. I'll find it.
Yeah. I mean, people might think that I'm a genius, but it's really not that difficult. Considering that wasn't that the front cover of Call of Duty Black Ops 12 or whatever they're on now.
It's always the same. It's ridiculous that they've done it yet again. To be honest,
Google is failing us.
How am I not finding this image?
These are all the old ones.
Just keep talking, guys. Keep talking. I'll find it.
Do you want me to just pretend I've seen it?
No,
oh my god!
Keep talking about
it's
it.
Such a good.
Don't make me come down there.
Teaser image.
Keep talking.
No, I must say
There it is.
Yay! Loading.
Keep talking while it's loading there. Come on, guys. You've done this a million times.
We don't know what to do without you.
Ad lib.
So yeah, did it come with a new website, or was that just something I'm making up? Oh my god, I was so close. I got the gruff beard.
Yeah, he's got a kind of gruff beard.
That kind of looks like the guy. It's always like it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I think, and he was always going, "You do this. You go do this."
It's just ridiculous.
That's every Call of Duty.
Yeah, it is pretty much every Call of Duty.
It's
I think that was the
ridiculous
last one I played. I think they just need to give up with it, really. It's been 3 years in development, I believe, this Call of Duty game. Really?
Because they're doing a 3-year develop cycle now between Sledgehammer Games, this is going to be a Sledgehammer Games development, but also they've got Infinity Ward, what's left of Infinity Ward, and also Treyarch as well. So this is probably going to be a new franchise, because it won't be, because Black Ops is Treyarch and Ghosts is Infinity Ward. So I'd imagine this is going to be like a different Call of Duty. Yeah, and they've got a website.
I somehow doubt it.
They've got on Sledgehammer Games. They've unveiled the new website where it says Call of Duty coming soon. So I'd imagine the podcast not too far away from here will be talking about the trailer that's gone up, and it'll probably be gruff people looking very serious.
Yeah,
that would be my prediction.
With dogs.
Or
cats. They've done dogs.
Yeah, cats. Yeah.
Zombie cats.
Hamsters, battle hamsters.
Oh my god, a battle hamster would be the best.
You send it in, it just goes around a little ball and goes in under tanks and just blows up.
And it's got like a tiny little stab vest on.
Yeah.
And like the little helmet with little goggles.
You look at it and you go, cute little hamster, and just a laser beam comes out of his head and just shoots you in the face.
It just turns into this giant mech hamster and it's got like arms and legs and coming straight for you.
If the next Call of Duty title isn't Call of Duty Battle Hamsters, I'm not even going to buy it now. It would devastate me.
We've hyped this game so much, I don't think anyone's going to buy the next Call of Duty. This could be the next Goat Simulator.
Oh my god, Battle Hamsters. Please, if anyone's out there has the ability to make games, we can write it all, we can do everything. Just help us make Battle Hamsters a game.
It'd be I imagine it being kind of like Worms, but with hamsters.
Yeah. Goat Simulator meets Worms.
3D worm goat battle hamster simulators.
Oh, that's such a good little thing.
Wow.
Because you could have the goat simulator world, have it so that it's completely destructible, and just have hamsters fighting each other.
Yeah. But unlike Goat Simulator, you can die, but every time you die, you just instantly respawn as a different hamster.
Oh my god!
Like a fluffy one, or a small one.
One with spots.
One that's brown, one that's white, one that's got red eyes.
Oh my god!
The red eye one could shoot lasers out of its eyes.
Yeah.
So you
Although
want
if
to
it's
spawn
in a
as well.
ball, how can it shoot lasers out of the ball?
Don't
Well, you can get
overthink
out.
this.
Yeah. Fuck it, man.
Can you
shoot
get out of
these
the
up.
balls?
Let's say you're not in a ball for now.
Oh, okay.
Let's say you can get in a ball. It's like you.
Oh,
if you
like
find
Titanfall, the ball could be like the Titans. So the balls drop.
hamster ball. Yeah, like no, it's like prepare for hamster ball.
Prepare for ball drop. Ball drop engaged.
Ball drop.
Ball, yeah, maybe not ball drop.
Prepare for ball
That could
dropping.
have negative connotations. Connotations.
Hey.
Hey.
Conrad.
Speaking of Conrad, there's something we've missed really, really quite heavily in the last 2 weeks. We've tried to replace it. It hasn't worked.
Unsuccessfully.
No offense to anyone. We had Alec Asks.
Alec Asks was good.
That was pretty
My
good.
favourite was Rob's
No.
rap.
And yours is Robert's Ryan, right?
Robert's Ryan.
Robert's Ryan.
That's
yeah.
my favourite.
Yeah. You did a good job.
Oh.
Stephen's statement last week got weird.
Yeah, it was about
it
kippers.
just got weird. But finally, I'm very happy to announce the return of Conrad's Convo. Conrad's Convo.
Conrad's Convo.
Oh, the return of the jingle I miss so much as well. So I'm going to hand you over to Conrad, our resident conversation expert, to introduce
Oh my god.
us.
This is just crazy.
Introduce you back to what it is. What is and what I really want to hear. Conrad.
Well,
That was brilliant, the conversation.
it is back. Conrad's conversation is back.
Convo.
Oh, I'm sorry. Conrad's convo.
Jesus Christ, he's already fucked it up.
Hey, I could ask you something about kippers. I mean, come on. And my question to you, seeing as we've just talked about future publishing, I mean, I want to know how often you buy magazines for gaming and what a magazine would have to do to make you purchase it or subscribe to it. Preferably subscribe to it, because then that would be a vested interest in coming back.
Boobs.
Is that directed to me or Alec?
Both of you. One at a time. Alec first.
Alright, boobs. I answered that one. The Sun
Okay.
does really well. To be honest, I don't buy the Sun paper and it has boobs in, so I don't think boobs will.
Not anymore.
Does it not have boobs in it?
No, has he signed his minute, by the way?
Has he started his minute? Teacher, has he
I'm
started
so
his minute?
No, come on, you didn't do it right. That's what you said.
Yeah, no.
Shit, so can I start my minute now? I'll
Go.
talk about, so I very rarely buy magazines at all, let alone gaming magazines. But when I do buy gaming magazines, it's always before a long journey. So I always buy OXM if I'm going to buy one. And I've travelled up to Scotland a couple of times on the train and I bought OXM magazine and it was wonderful. Got a free poster out of it and then lost said poster in the bin. I've realised I binned it and it was quite devastating. It was a good poster. And I do like magazines, obviously, because they're writing and I enjoy writing, as you do, and I'm just filling time until the minute is over. How long do
You
I
are
have?
quite
You've
far
got
away.
quite far.
Oh my god, so long.
What sort of gifts would it need to do to make you think, oh, well, actually, I'll do that?
Well, gifts never really used to make me buy cereals, so I don't really think gifts. Oh, free demos. I used to love a good free demo.
I knew it. That's what I was waiting for,
Free
baby.
demos, yeah. Like you used to buy them for like £1 from the market.
Yeah.
And I have finished my term.
That was terrible.
That
was great.
That was terrible. I'm with you, Alex.
It opened with boobs. So.
Alex,
Is it my go now?
it is your go.
Right.
Wait, before you start
Yeah.
your minute, I just want you to blow me away.
Okay. Alec, be prepared to eat your words.
I just want to say that Alex has had a tablet open in front
Yeah,
of him.
but I haven't been. I've been looking.
I
at
don't
it.
know if he's been googling
I've been
things to
close
talk
to it.
about.
You have it.
Well, I've already done mine. What good is it?
I didn't look at anything. It's my personal opinion. How could I Google that?
I don't know.
Okay.
What do I think about magazines?
Hey, you're taking up my time. I should get this back. No, I don't even need it. No, keep it going. Okay, fine. So first of all, I don't buy them a lot. Traveling is a big thing, like Alex said. When I go on airplanes, and what I'll tend to buy is something like Edge or Game, which covers the whole spectrum of gaming. I won't tend to buy like a PlayStation or Xbox magazine because I like to hear about what's going on in the whole industry in general. That said, I would buy a PlayStation magazine. For example, I bought an official PlayStation magazine when I first bought my PS4 because it was like a opening edition, so I wanted to know about it and just sort of see if it had any sort of trips or to set it up and various different things, especially returning to PlayStation after owning a 360. And with those magazines, you're more likely to get demos or posters or videos. What really got me, actually, I bought an OXM when Left 4 Dead came out and he actually gave you a free theme for the background. That was really interesting, and I've always looked for that again when I'm looking at various different... when I looked at OXM especially, I always looked at that.
Yeah.
But that will get you to do it. Subscriptions, maybe not. I much prefer online content for that sort of thing. It's more far. It can update you quicker. But yeah, that's definitely what I'd go for.
Okay, that was much better.
That was 59. I just want to say I finished exactly on.
You only because you went out on about time. I could have said that.
You could have, but you didn't. So Alec wins. Conrad's combo.
We should really do a scorecard, actually.
Will you be the decider?
But I'm always on it, so
you are.
Well, so far I have been. So
well, no, because we could always do Alex versus guest.
Yeah, that's true.
And then,
and then if you and Steve are on it as well, or everyone's on it,
we'll have 2 chances of winning.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, that's not going to happen often.
No, I do. I'm pretty good at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you beat me in the Kippers one.
Yeah, you did pretty good in the Kippers.
I did alright.
Yeah, you did pretty damn good.
But I went first.
You brought up a point. You totally flummoxed my argument, saying I'd smell, which is pretty damn good.
Yeah, true.
I would smell.
And somehow we've come full circle to the last
Kippers
episode.
again.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, Stephen.
I believe the time's up, so...
Time is up, yes. Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. Thank you, Conrad, for returning to us and giving us a delicious Conrad's combo.
Who did you fly with?
On the way back, American Airlines through Iberia. On the way there, British Airways. British Airways rules, man.
Well, thank you, BA and American Airlines, for delivering our Conrad.
Bringing him back to us.
Safe and sound.
Thank you very much.
And thank you to you guys for listening to this podcast. Always remember, this podcast goes up on YouTube and also Mixcloud. On I'm Playing TV on YouTube and I'm Playing on Mixcloud. Please continue to check out the website at www.implaying.co.uk. Check us out on Facebook at www.facebook.com/implaying. At Twitter, we are at I'm_playing. And we're also available on a wide range of other internet services such as Twitch.
We're everywhere.
And everywhere else.
Just Google I'm Playing, you'll find us.
I've been Alex Nichol, aka Think with Monkey. Joining me in this podcast, we've had, of course, Alec Ward, aka Alex Nick.
It's a pleasure, as always.
Always a pleasure, Alec. And join me in welcoming back Conrad Window from Safe Returns from the States.
Yeah, nice to be back, guys. Thank you very much for taking the time.
We're going to give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
It's been fantastic talking to you guys for this amount of time. And to everyone out there, thank you very much for listening. We hope to see you soon. Yeah.